Hey Cam followers, so we're here on our daily tips of how to make a difference to the management of your dog with their arthritis, all in aid of trying to keep our pennies in the pocket, make our dogs feel much more comfortable, a lot safer, and hopefully improve their comfort and quality of life. Now, an area that's often overlooked as having any form of importance is nail care. And I was one of those people that probably didn't realise how important nails are. Now let's just think about it today with regards to comfort, okay? And we're going to come back to it in other sessions. But today on a comfort level, the nail is actually attached to the last phalanx, okay? So it's the last digital bone. That nail actually embeds into the bone. So whatever happens with the nail taps into the bone. So if you've got long nails that are permanently engaging in the floor, that's going to reverberate back to the last digital bone. So just with that kind of concept in mind, can you imagine permanently having nail hit, nail hit, nail hit, and it actually putting pressure on P3, so phalanx 3 of the digit? So these overgrown nails potentially could be making these dogs more uncomfortable. So not only have they got pain in their elbows or in their knees or in their back, they're also placing their feet going, oh God, that's a bit sore. So there's that potential possibility. The other thing to consider is what the nails actually do. The nails are there to not only provide traction when required, but they also supply information. So when the nail actually contacts the ground, it's giving information to the brain about where that foot is in place and time and the angle of the placement. So, for example, if you found that the nails were always touching the ground because they were long, does that actually say to the dog, oh, you could be on a slope, so rock back on your foot somewhat because you're on a slope? You've got to remember to do this. So does that actually change their posture? And does that contribute to poor posture? Does that contribute to potentially discomfort, pain? We could go into a lot more detail about that. So when you're looking at nails, what I'm trying to do with this little talk today is to illustrate that it isn't just nails. Oh, it's aesthetically nails. No, there's a potential that it can really make your dog more comfortable, and it can also contribute to disease progression by having appropriately trimmed nails. Do we therefore achieve better foot placement? Do we achieve better posture? Do we achieve better comfort? So I'm going to just show you with the lovely Luna. Lulu, come. The lovely Luna. I'm very lucky with the lovely Luna. She is absolutely fine about her nails being cut. Come on, sit up. So, hi Luna. Now, we have a lovely foot here. Now we can see from the side. So, I've got nice exposed pads. I've got no fur between the pads. I'll take some photos and put them underneath. And currently, for her, her nails are nice and they're not too long. So a rule of thumb is that you don't want to hear them clippity-clip when they're walking. The nails should actually be engaged only on certain terrains when required. So if you're hearing clip all the time, then they're likely to be too long because they're touching the ground all the time, which they don't. So I'm going to show off now, luckily. Lulu, stay. Because Luna is one of those lovely dogs who actually, you know the way, really doesn't mind her nails being cut. And she also allows me to do something really cool, which is I can trim so that I cut back to just around the cuticle, which means that the cuticle has a tendency to recede and stay shorter, the quick, not cuticle. So I just wanted to illustrate you can have a dog that is okay with it and not to be scared of it. I am lucky because she's got clear nails, so I can see the quick quite easily. You can trim round that quick if you've got a dog that's not too apprehensive, so that you can keep the quick short, so therefore you don't have that complication of I can't cut the nails too short because I'm worried about the quick. We'll talk about that another time. So basically, today's been a bit waffly. What I want to do is illustrate how important nail care is, how accessible it can be in certain dogs. Yes, you can have dogs that are really quite nervous of their feet being handled. They find it uncomfortable. They find it worrying. And there are other things that you can do in that situation. You can do one nail at a time with loads and loads of reinforcement with treats and praise. You might find that you actually use a emery board. So you file the nail down. You might find that you can actually use a, oh goodness, what are they called? A little burr drill. I know what I mean. And you can burr the nail back. You might actually find that you need assistance to do it. Some people even train their dog to scrape their paw against some sandpaper. So they put the sandpaper on a board, have the board at an angle in front of the owner's knees, dog sitting opposite, and with a treat, the dog has to basically scrape their nails down the board. It's amazing, so clever. Or you might need assistance from the vets. So nurses are trained to clip dogs' claws and make sure that they're nice and short so that we don't have them tippity-tap. You don't have that bouncing back and reverberating against P3 bone. You allow them to have appropriate traction, touch with the ground, therefore posture. So therefore, hopefully they're more comfortable in the rest of their physical body. I do find I'm waffling today. Let's just leave it that nail care is important. Okay? See you later.